it is a wild-haired Matt Munson here today, reporting in with another fitness update video. Lots of great news today, and also some interesting ruminations about what's been going on lately. So, the big news today is that I finally dipped out of the 200-pound range, which puts me in what's affectionately referred to as Wonderland. Because, 100 something pounds. It's not like Oneaterland. Remember that movie, The Wonders, and they were called the Oneaters until they changed the name of the... Yeah. So, super exciting to finally see my weight preceded by the number 1 instead of 2. Now, it all sort of came up on me very quickly, and right now my current weight is 197.5 pounds, and that's down from a high of 280 pounds. So that's my total loss at 82.5 pounds in 204 days, which seems pretty good. I will tell you that it's slower than I hoped, because I was hoping I could lose it in like 6 weeks, just like they do on TV, right? Because that's realistic. But it's turned out to be a really interesting experience, and for those of you who've seen my earlier videos, you know that like in the first 90 days I lost 51 pounds, and then like in the next 90 days I dropped like 20 odd pounds. So just trying to keep things moving. I knew it would slow down, but of course a lot of that is just due to me. There's just it's not my thyroid, I just sort of slacked off. So I wanted to tell a quick story about what happened recently. I had my first convention event of the season on the weekend of Valentine's Day. So it was sort of like a 3-day event where like the whole plan is really just to hang out with your friends, have a great time, maybe do a little boozing, maybe do a little eating, just sort of like a little vacation weekend. And so we started Friday, and I don't think I really did terrible. I didn't like go crazy at the buffet or the dessert tray, as I'm fond of saying, but I was certainly off plan for the whole weekend. I've really cut back on alcohol consumption just because it's empty calories or dead calories. But I've also really, added into my nutrition, eating a lot of healthy food, a whole food, foods that I prepare. But this weekend it was like dinner at the restaurant, lunch at the restaurant, dinner at the restaurant, drinks. I had this thing called Fritos Nachitos, which is basically, it's like nachos, but instead of nacho chips, it has Frito corn chips. Delicious. But it was wildly off plan. And also interesting to note, all these foods like would make me super sick. Like I would feel like I ate like a lead brick. One time I had like a sandwich and some onion rings. And like that used to be a regular thing, because onion rings are delicious. Let's not get excited, right? So I was eating these onion rings and I could just feel it hitting my stomach, and I was like, oh. So it was interesting. So that weekend happened, and I didn't work out once the whole weekend. Did a bit of walking, but no lifting, no cardio, nothing. And then as we bled into next week, like Monday I was sort of out of it because I was just a wreck from that weekend, and then Tuesday I was like, well, I don't feel too hot. And this was this weekend that I just was talking about actually fell at the very tail end of that 90-day block that I was working through, which I finished, by the way. So I was like, okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to sort of take a week where I take it easy. Now, it's not taking a week off, but I was taking it easy because I do believe there's something to be said for giving your body time to recover and recuperate from the types of stresses you put it under when you're working out for an hour or 2 a day and eating, you're eating at a caloric deficit, and your body's responding to that and adapting to that at all times. So taking a week off to sort of shock your system, as the experts will say, I think is a really good thing, and it gives me good results. So I sort of committed to taking it easy, and I did. And unlike with the weekend, I wasn't super off plan, but I wasn't on plan. Like I didn't go crazy. I didn't go, McDonald's every day or Jack in the Box or Taco Bell. That actually sounds really good. No, I'm kidding. So I didn't do that every day. It was just sort of like, I instead of having overnight oats for breakfast, I would have like a Cliff Bar or something, just off the beaten path. And I did do some more boozing with friends. So, okay, so I'm getting to the punchline. Monday, which was just earlier this week, it's Friday right now, by the way. It's Friday the 2nd of March of 2018, by the way. So on Monday of this week, I had committed to starting another 90-day set of very focused nutrition and exercise. For some reason, 90-day blocks just work good for me. It's not too crazy. Like, it's not like I'm going to go strong for a year. Like 3 months seems like it's very manageable, and it's also broken into 30-day chunks. You sort of like, I did 30 days, I'm a third of the way there. So that started Monday, and part of the plan was I had to weigh in because I wanted to baseline where I was at the start of that 90 days. And I got to tell you, I was terrified because I basically went 10 days with no exercise or minimal exercise, not really focusing on nutrition as much as I usually do. And just, not being on program. So when I stood on the scale, like as I was walking up to the scale, I was doing all kinds of mental gymnastics. I was thinking, okay, so I've probably gained 10 pounds, but I need to remember that like a lot of that could be water weight. It could just be food sitting in my stomach. It's not, let's say I gained 10 pounds. I didn't gain 10 pounds of fat. I just now have a bunch of stuff in me that I need to work on getting out. I'm like playing these games in my head. I'm like, I gotta, if I've gained that weight, I gotta keep going. I can't just say, forget it, I'm throwing in the towel. I'm gonna go hit that buffet and dessert tray that I was talking about earlier. So I step on the scale, and somehow my weight had barely changed. I was up 0.5 pounds. So on that whole week I took off, minor deviation, easily accountable for with like water weight, or I had a chug of water before I went to bed or something. So that was a super fantastic launch to this 90-day sprint I'm on right now. And since that day, last Monday, I've dropped a couple pounds since then, just because I've been hitting it really hard. I've got sort of a renewed enthusiasm after that week off, and also after I hit my 200-day mark, which was just a couple days ago. It sort of really got me pumped up about the program again, which is turns out a big part of this whole thing is maintaining it, being consistent. Turns out you can't just sort of hit your goal and then be like, well, I guess I'm done. Now I can relax, I can go back to my old habits. No, it's constant. You got to be working, you got to be fighting, you got to be struggling all the time. And that's a hard pill to swallow, because we sort of live in this culture where it's all about free stuff and entitlement, and the ideal job is one where you don't do any work or something. So we're sort of used to this thing where you work for a bit and then you achieve and then you're done. You don't have to keep up anymore. And it's not like that with fitness or weight loss. So this past week has been really great, dropped a few more pounds, and as I said at the beginning, it put me into Wonderland below 200, which is just amazing. And some of the other side effects are, like, I have a big stack of jeans that I keep in my cupboard, and every couple weeks I'll try them on to see if I'm a size smaller, and I burned through like 3 different tiers of pant sizes, and now I'm in like the second to smallest size I own. So only one more pant size to go, and then I either got to start looking for skinnier pants, or maybe I should stop losing so much darn weight. So it's been a really great week. I'm really excited, and to go back to what I was saying earlier about taking that week off, when I came back to the gym this Monday, I felt so much stronger. It's really bizarre. And I think part of it was because I was rested. Part of it was because I had a bunch of carbs in my system. And part of it was like your body just needs rest, right? Like you can't do cardio and lift weights all day long indefinitely. You have to take a break to let your body catch up, to let it adapt, either build muscle, lose fat, whatever. But it all worked out great. I do want to say, if you want to see more of my progress, I really think you should follow me on Instagram at Matt Munson Fit. I tend to post there much more regularly than I post videos on my YouTube channel, like pictures, progress pictures, stuff that I eat, pictures from the gym, just stuff that sort of helps keep me motivated. Just merely photographing it, documenting it, and then posting it helps me stay focused. So if you want to join me on that ride, please find me there. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, I really believe it's in your best interest to subscribe so that when the next one comes out, you'll be notified and then you can come check it out. Speaking of the next video, one thing I'm going to do soon, because I feel like I'm at a point where I should do it, is I'm going to take some more photos of myself, like with my DSLR, not just phone photos or selfies, because a friend of mine sent over some photos that he took of me when I was at my heaviest. And I really want to do a comparison of the two because it's startling how much 80 pounds is. It's actually a lot of weight. Like, I see myself every day, so I don't really notice when I lose 2 pounds, and then you do that a few dozen times and you're like, well, I guess I'm thinner, but then when I look at these pictures and compare them to it's just bizarre. So I'm going to include those in a future video. I'm also going to post them on Instagram, so you can go follow me there, check it out, and that would be fantastic. So, thank you for watching this video. I hope it was at least marginally enjoyable, perhaps educational. If you like it, give me a thumbs up and comment if you have any questions about what I'm doing or what I did, or how can you also do the same thing. I'd be happy to chat with you guys. All right then, have a great day, a great weekend, and as usual, we will see you for the next one.